He won 2 FNCS championships.
We're in first. We won.
Earned almost $400,000. Courted controversy.
There's a lot of teams that I did not expect to go in the grand.
Qualified for the Solo World Cup and narrowly missed qualifying with Ninja.
Reverse! Dude! 1v1! 20 kill game! Oh my god!
You can vilify or glorify him.
That is how little respect Reverse2k gets, and I think at this point it is honestly criminal,
But
and there is no
you can't
way.
ignore him. This is the story of Reverse2k. Like all future esports champions, Malachi Griner, also known as Reverse2k, was a natural gamer from childhood. But it was Fortnite that would show the world the depth of his talent. And the journey started when he qualified for Summer Skirmish and came in 12th, winning $10,000. He then duoed with streaming star of the moment, Daquan, the next week, and placed 16th, winning $3,000. He came 5th in week 4.
Dude, wait, Reverse2k has 8 eliminations?
This was a good start, but his next duo would change his life. Ninja, in the middle of his supernova level rise to gaming stardom, teamed up with Reverse. Their first tournament together was not great. They came 18th in their first Summer Skirmish. And after making a couple thousand earnings in Fortnite and duoing with Ninja, you would understand if he rested on his laurels. But that is not how he rolls.
Dad.
86 fucking $1,000?
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a Fortnite competitive documentary without the World Cup, consisting of a solo and duo tournament with $30 million worth of prizing between the two, and 5 weeks of qualifiers for each game mode. He duoed with Ninja. Through the first 5 weeks, he failed to qualify for either game mode, but Duo's week 6 was when peak performance arrived for the duo. They started day 1 open strong, but lost momentum and became frustrated.
Same thing that's happening to us right now is what was happening to me in solos, where like we did really great game 1, got so many points, and now we're just taking, like, we haven't gotten enough points to continue to be up higher in the bracket. We're just getting idiots.
After a respectable game,
1 hit. He's 1 HP. Now I got 2 on 1, bro. Nice try, bro. That was a great effing game, dude.
on to day 2 they would go.
And the victory royale as Ninja finds 6 eliminations, 1 for Reverse, plus the victory royale.
And
is all on the shoulders of Reverse. What is he going to be able to do? Can he clutch it up? Can he get the 4-point swing? 57 points currently. Kez is going up, looking to take a Reverse, remaining disciplined. He sends him down. Kez takes the fall. It's only 2 HP and he gets it. Aim down, sights, 5 grid space up. Combat shotgun to the dome. Brilliant from Reverse, brilliant from Ninja.
then in a critical game, they got stuck in a lobby with Zextro, Vinny, Saf, and Zate. But with Ninja down, Reverse managed to clutch second.
It'll play a big effect here because Reverse is now left to take this 1v1, but Vinny wins the trade-off.
In day 2, they got 3 wins, and they came insanely close, but barely missed the cut.
Great improvement between these two players, that being Reverse2k and Ninja, finally living up to the hype and of course proving so many people wrong. It's been great to watch their past 3 weekends, the steady improvement this past weekend, by far and away their best placement.
In week 7 solos, Reverse bounced back hard and capped off with a qualification.
Clarity, Reverse, Dubs and Tfue.
His dominant week 7 punched his ticket to New York City. But unfortunately, he was not able to qualify for duos with Ninja in the final weeks. Before the World Cup, he signed to Tier 1 esports organization TSM. And in New York, he came in a disappointing 90th, only scoring 1 point. But the newly announced Season X would be a chance to bounce back, and he played trios with Slacks and Symphony. They actually started playing together in week 2 of qualifiers, and through the remaining 4 weeks, they had some good and some bad placements. Their best placement was 4th, and the rest ranged from 30th to 70th. This was enough to get them to heats, where they came 8th, qualifying for Grands. In Grands, they put on another good, but not great performance, coming 9th. As for Symphony, it was his first and only FNCS. He had to keep blowing up as a streamer. Season X ended, and with it, Chapter 1. And with it came Chapter 2 and Squad FNCS. Reverse teamed up with Ninja, Nate Hill, and Funk Bomb.
With a nice hot 1D to the face like this. 3, 2, 1.
Oh! Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god!
They ended in 8th. As Season 1 ended and we moved to Season 2, Reverse and Ninja would team up to compete one last time, but they split before FNCS. Then came the doldrums of Reverse's career. He came 87th in DreamHack Anaheim's solo LAN. He failed to qualify for FNCS Chapter 2 Duo Grand Finals with his duo Heart, failed to qualify for the Grand Finals of Solo Invitational, and Chapter 2 Season 3 he placed 77th in Solo Grand Finals. The doubts started growing. He announced he had split with his org TSM. The haters started piling on. But the night is always darkest before the dawn. And it was this very moment he was reinventing himself, creating a trio with upstart controller demons, Day and Miro. The potential was there right away as they came 5th in the last trio Cash Cup of Season 3. But where their dominance really started was Chapter 2 Season 4. They kicked off Chapter 2 Season 4 with a 3rd and 5th in trio Cash Cups, and became the TNA trio as he, Day, and Miro joined the hot new org. New org, new trio, new Reverse, and he was about to show the world how different he could be. They kept stacking top 5s in Cash Cups, FNCS qualifiers, and in their heat, but going into Grand Finals, although they were a good story, they were not the favorite. People thought Booga, the World Cup champion, and his trio, who had completely stacked Stark Industries, uncontested, or Zayt, Saf, and Stretch, who had Doom's Domain, would be duking it out at the top of the leaderboard. But Day, Miro, and Reverse were ready to shock the world. And despite a bad drop spot, getting contested, and being in one of the best Fortnite lobbies in North American history, they overcame, winning his first FNCS. He was back on top of the world. But immediately, people started saying he was carried, and within a month, they had split.
We won FNCS, the first FNCS in like October, November. We won, right? As soon as we won, I got dropped. Right after we won.
And Miro even played a few scrims with Booga, but that's a story for another video. In this time, he also left TNA acrimoniously.
Right there, they said I asked for too much and they can't afford me, right? And that's why I left, right? That is one of the reasons why I left.
But after all that, Day, Miro, and Reverse2k ended up getting back together for Season 5 FNCS. And after day 1, they were in first. And Reverse made some crazy plays.
The best thing about this whole thing is that we've seen Reverse2k do this before. He did it yesterday when the surge is on. He does it again right now.
However, they fell to 4th, but stayed together for Chapter 6, the universally derided Primal season. Day, Miro, and Reverse were ready to bounce back.
Let's go. Nice. Let's go, baby.
And, at least in Reverse's case, they had insane confidence as they chased their second championship. Reverse even released this video.
But, I mean, if you really look at this, there's not as many, like... I mean, there is stacked teams, but there's a lot of teams that I did not expect to go into Grands.
And they played an amazing tournament, clinching it in the final game. Then, Reverse flexed iconically.
I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the he wants.
Here he was, at the peak of his powers, dominating his region, pushing himself towards the pantheon of Fortnite greats.
We're in first. We won. We won. Let's go, baby.
But he would soon be again pushed to the wilderness. Day and Miro again split with Reverse.
Because Reverse2k, Day, and Miro are splitting up, and this is 100% real. If they get back together, that's another thing. I don't think they are, but at this point in time, Reverse2k, Day, and Miro, the last FNCS champions on NA East, have split.
To play with Booga, who was eager to bounce back after failing to qualify for Grand Finals for the first time ever in Season 6. Day explained their reasoning.
But as Day says, a lot of these performances came on the back of solo and duo clutches. But he just said they never really played well as a team when it came into endgame.
But it left Reverse without a trio.
Yesterday at midnight, I got a DM saying, yeah, we're going to go with Day. Or we're gonna go with Booga. Are you not going to look for teammates? I mean, what teammates do I have? I don't even know, like every really like solid trio's already formed.
And he was starting to get fed up with the scene and everything outside of the game that came with being a pro.
The past 2 years, I've always had trouble finding teammates, no matter what I've done. It's not even worth it to me.
Eventually, Booga felt too much blowback for leaving Avery again, and Day and Miro got back together with Reverse. This was one last time for Season 7 FNCS. But it just wasn't happening for them. They finished outside the top 10 for the first time and split up for good. Reverse was disappointed, but it was time to move on. Going into Season 8, he teamed up with Pump and Durant. Though all three players were disappointed with their 25th placement performance in Grand Finals, and Reverse and his new trio a few weeks later, Summer and Spade, failed to qualify for Grand Royale. This led Reverse to vent his continued frustration with the Fortnite community and its perception of him.
He has somehow won 2 of the last 3 FNCSs, and kids are still saying he's been carried.
It didn't get much better in Chapter 3 Season 1. He failed to qualify for Grand Finals with Reciprocal. Shortly after, he announced he had retired. Since then, he's been a variety streamer, still playing with Ninja, dabbled back in Fortnite competitive, and has remained frustrated by his lack of respect in the community. And that's where we are. An announced retirement with the occasional comeback attempt. Mark Twain once said, "Never put off till tomorrow what may be done day after tomorrow just as well." And we hope Reverse can put off his final retirement so we can see one last return to glory. If you're watching this, Reverse, we want to make a part 2. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe and watch our next YouTube video. We promise they're all this good.